The US Open is this weekend. Let's take a look at some promotions and bets I like. Welcome back to the Green Means Go channel. It's your host, me, as always. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate you guys spending your time watching my content. If you can like, if you can subscribe, if you can share this with a pal, it would help me a ton. I'm trying to grow this channel, so I appreciate you guys doing that for me. Hopefully, I can do something for you, and that is win some money, or at least get you guys in a position where you feel like you are making better decisions with your money. So, what we are going to do today is we're going to look at some of the promotions that are being offered by the main books. Now, these are the books that I am playing the promotions on. Now, you may have a different opportunity because you have different books available in your state. That's totally fine. I would recommend checking that out and making some choices on that. But I'm going to walk you through the promotions first to kind of give you an idea of how I approach them, and then we'll go through and talk about how I am actually going to play them. So if we start with FanDuel, FanDuel is offering a bet back if your golfer finishes top 20. So you will bet a predetermined amount minus 10. If you wouldn't mind in the comments writing what your max is, that would help me out, kind of get an idea of where people are in this. My max is 10, so I bet $10 on a player to win. And if they finish top 20, I get that $10 bet back in free bets. DraftKings is offering a plus 300 odds surge. So if you take a guy at 10 to 1, so plus 1,000, and you use this promotion on him, now the bet becomes 13 to 1 or 1,300. Okay, so we'll talk about that, what I do with that in a second. Bet Rivers is offering a top 10 insurance. So FanDuel is offering top 20. Bet Rivers is offering top 10. You place up to $25 and you'll get your money back in a free bet if they finish top 10. And finally, we have Caesars, which is offering probably the most complex promotion. I am totally promo banned on Caesars, so I cannot play this. In fact, I did not even give a pick for this, but I'll talk about what I would do if I had it. Place a wager on tournament winner and get a bonus bet equal to 200% of your stake, up to $100, if your selected golfer loses but finishes top 5. So if you bet $100 and your golfer finishes top 5 but does not win, you will get a $200 free bet. Okay, is how I believe that's being played out. So if your golfer finishes top 5, you'll get double your bet back in free bets. Okay, you don't have to play it up to 100. You can play 50, 20, 10, whatever. Okay, so let's go back up here. So FanDuel is offering top 20, which is the largest range of safety. And it is only $10. So what I tried to do here is take guys who are kind of middle tier to longer shots because they have the biggest gap to win, biggest safety net. So I'm going to play Hideki Matsuyama at 48 to 1 and Jordan Spieth at 24 to 1. Again, I've done some reading, some looking, and I mean, for crying out loud, Spieth is right here, right? If they've got the script, they're telling you the answer. Spieth is a creative golfer. He plays well when his back is against the wall, when he has to come out and hit shots that are not typical shots on golf courses, and that is what people are predicting this course to do. So Spieth at 24 to 1, I like that number for $10. And Hideki Matsuyama at 48 to 1. These would be two plays that I would play if I had the opportunity. So Hideki looked great last week for like 2.5 rounds and then fell completely apart. But in major championships, when we look here at major championships in his history, right, he would not have gotten the insurance here. He would have got it here. Would not have gotten it here. Would have gotten it here. Would not have gotten it here. Would have gotten it here. Would not have gotten it here. Would have got it here. Would have got it here. Would have got it here. So half the time, he is returning that money back to us. So at 48 to 1, for a guy that's in good form right now, let's do it. DraftKings with the plus 300, the only way that I think is reasonable to do this is to take a guy whose odds are low. And I'm going to have some exposure on Scotty just because he is the best golfer right now, without a doubt. And so his number at 6 to 1, boosted to 9 to 1, is pretty good. I will say this, he is 9 to 1 on Bet Rivers organically right now. So if you would rather use your top 10 insurance on him at $25 at 9 to 1 without using the boost on him, I don't blame you for that at all. But because and we'll talk about why. For me, that doesn't work. I'm going to use it on DraftKings. I guess Kepka or Cantlay are also decent spots here for this number, so I wouldn't hate either of those plays, but I'm going to use it on Scotty at 6-1, moving it up to 9-1. Looking at Bet Rivers top 10 insurance, I want to pick a kind of a middle tier guy. We used FanDuel's 20 insurance on our longer shots. We're going to go with a middle tier guy. Hovland at 25-1, I think, is exceptional, especially since if we look at his number on FanDuel, it's 17-1. Schauffele, 19-1. So if we can get both of those guys at 25-1 and 20-1, that is pretty good. So I would go ahead and look at those two guys, Hovland and Schauffele, keeping in mind that Scotty at 9-1 on this book, being the highest number he has across the board, is not a bad spot as well. Caesars, again, I can't play this, so I didn't even make a pick, but given this, the high stakes of this, I think if you're going to use all 100, Scotty is the play. I just think he's the safest shot at top 5. He's done it consistently in the past few weeks. I'm trying to figure out how I can search his name here. Search Scheffler. No tee times for the U.S. Open for Scotty Scheffler. Finishes. Stats. It doesn't matter. Okay, the point is he has probably the lowest odds if we look at finishes to finish top 5. He's plus 150, minus 145 to finish top 10. Okay, so he is your safest bet and probably the bet I would play if I had to play something on there, and then I would maybe change this to another guy, Kepka or Cantlay. Okay, just as sort of a fun situation, just to have some rooting interest this weekend, I am going to play what I'm going to call a 40, 30, 20, 10 parlay. Okay, I'm going to take a guy to finish in each of those spots. So, Scotty Scheffler, top 10, minus 145. Xander Schauffele, top 20, minus 130. Victor Hovland, minus 195. And Spieth, top 40, minus 240. So, all of these guys I like to win. I've got a little action on them to win. So, let's just do a little bit of a ladder of a top 40, 30, 20, 10 parlay. It comes out to 5.5-1. Let's have some fun. That's what we're riding with. Lastly, if we're going to look at guys I like to win this tournament, if we sort it out into the big guys, the mid-tier, and then the long shots, for the big guys, I think Scotty, again, is set up the best. Brooks Koepka has performed well in these majors, so I'd be a fool not to at least give him a look. And Patrick Cantlay has been hot lately, so we'll go with him as well. For the mid-tier, I do like Schauffele and Hovland, as we said, and Spieth. 3 good picks, I think, for the mid-tier. And then long shots, Matsuyama at 48-1, DeChambeau at about 40-1, and Hatton at about 41. I do think are good plays, so that is what I will roll with, have a little action on them in some way. So, as always, I hope you guys, have a good weekend betting this, watching this. I know golf is not everybody's thing, but I enjoy watching golf. I enjoy having a little action on golf. This is how I will spread my action across, and I do think that with these promotions, we are getting some value there. So if you are going to bet winners, I would make sure to tap into all of these promotions. Look on other books you may have. Check those out as well. And best of luck to you, and we will see you next time on the Green Beans Go Betting channel.